Okay, one more. One more for luck. Ah, I'm empowered.
Let's have some singing.
Okay, let's have something. Hey, I want to sing something. Do you want to listen?
Sure.
Okay.
What's your favorite song?
Okay, that's better. I would love to sing you a song. Do you want to listen to it?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna sing from Aretha. Do you know Aretha?
No.
No?
Think so. I don't.
You don't know that girl? She's amazing. No, no, she's not a girl. She's a woman.
All right.
Let's say that. Yeah, she's a jazz singer. Well, if you don't know, I'm going to introduce you. The song is about being a natural woman. So, you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Woman, oh baby, what you done to me. You make me feel so good inside. That's it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
the song. It's a beautiful song, one of my favorites. What's yours?
Oh, that's hard. That's not bad at all.
Too many?
Too many.
Too many.
I have favorite songs for separate emotions.
Oh,
So I have
okay.
something for this, something for that. But even there, I have a map inside my head, where
Okay.
it goes. I don't know. That's
Depending on your mood, I guess, right?
sure.
Okay. All right. But what is your, I don't know, go-to song when you feel, let's say, alive, like yourself? What is your go-to song?
I'm gonna close the door.
Oh, what happened?
I just can't answer you because there's a lot of go-to songs for different moods.
Okay, well,
But the first song that came up to me is Muse, Citizen Erased.
okay.
It's a song from 2001 year,
Wow.
and it's built from different parts, and I like it. And I've been to Muse live shows for a few times.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah.
Like in Russia?
Yeah,
Okay.
3 times, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Um,
Fancy Russia.
Yeah. I'm
So fancy.
actually
Right.
in 2007. That was my first big show that I went to, and I went there beforehand before
Yeah.
the show, and I was in the first rows,
Yeah.
and I was there, and I can't I came from Novosibirsk, 4,000 kilometers to Moscow
Wow.
to see it.
I mean, yeah, of course, it's worth it for sure.
I've never been on a plane. I've never
Wow.
I've never go to some other city that far
Okay.
from my hometown.
What was the drive to just go for that long trip? Just to see the concert?
Yeah, just for the concert, just for
Amazing.
1 or 2 days. Yeah, that was crazy. And this year, Muse got an award for the best show. So that was the best show. My first live show that I've seen was
the best.
the best show in the world.
Wow. Okay, so it was for a reason.
And
Nice.
that inspires a lot
Yeah.
because that's
That's amazing.
makes my
think-
way.
Live performances, I think that's when you can feel that you relate so much to the music that you've been listening to. You can see them, in a real physical form, and wow, they're real. What they're doing is a big deal. I understand the feeling. For me, my first concert, that I watched was, I mean, it's not my favorite, but I love it. It's still wow, Justin Bieber.
That's cool.
Justin Bieber. But my experience was because I was not really into his music, but more his personality that time. He was so humble, you can see from videos.
What was it like?
It was
What age?
early 2010,
So he was
15 or 14, like, and I was thinking that, because he was so humble. Yeah, but it was amazing because I've never seen how, like such a big production, run
Sure,
in like
yeah. It was
just few days.
in Jakarta.
Jakarta, yeah.
Yeah, like some big stadium.
Yeah, really big. I think there were like, I'm not sure, like 15, 20,000 people or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but yeah, like he was like a testimony of how like dream, a big dream
Yeah, sure.
can take him to the stage. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that was the first spark, for me. Like,
Oh.
what was your first like spark, like doing music?
Yeah, well, my first spark was like I was learning music since I was like very young because my mom is a music teacher on piano.
Okay.
So
Classic?
I was in music from my early age, but my spark, like in rock music and all this kind of production, came in 2003 or two when I first saw an electric guitar. My brother, like he went to study in another city, and he came back with his friend, and they brought a cassette with a video where they were performing some at some little stage.
Cassette. Like,
Yeah.
how long ago was that? 2005, 6?
2002,
2000.
I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that was like, wow, electric guitar, wow, shows. And
Nice.
at the same time, there was a new channel on our TV, like music television. Not
Did you
MTV.
guys have MTV that time or no?
In some cities, but not in our city.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because we were going to our relatives' city, Tomsk, and
Okay.
they had MTV.
MTV,
And I
okay.
was like, oh, every time I was coming back to my hometown, I was like, where's my MTV?
Yeah.
But once there was another like music television channel. It was Russian music television. Yeah, I saw like Avril Lavigne's music video called "Losing Grip," where she's playing like in a small club, but like fully packed.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's what I want. And I still like, this is still my dream, like to do this.
Wow.
And it drives me a lot.
Yeah. So that what it inspires you to like move forward with your like your passion for music, I guess,
Yeah, and also like I've played quite a lot of shows already, and I've been there, and now I know that this is actually what I want, and I cannot live without it. And and I'm a little bit depressed now because I don't play shows like that.
Yeah.
Now. But now I'm switching to music production, and I want to like perform and do all of that.
Yeah. So like there were different like phases in life, and for you, like performing and then sometimes producing and, but I think for some people they go through these phases and that's okay, like, but what we can do right now is just to do the things that we're able to do, and we keep going, and if we can help people through that, and so we just focus on what's in the moment. But this is really cool.
Like I'm 35 now, and I had like a plan that if I'm not gonna make it in music by 35, I'll have to switch to some work and do some stuff. And now I'm 35, and I'm like, I tried a lot of stuff, and I like fuck this. I'm going back to music. Like this is the only thing that drives me. And inspires me. This is the only thing I can do actually.
Yeah.
Like I can be a programmer, a developer, but I can make a lot of money like this. But I'm gonna jump out of the window if I'm gonna do that. That's not what I want.
Yeah. To finally, come out as yourself, to be true to your calling. It's not easy though. Like if the people around you, they're not, supporting you or having your back, it's a bit like a pressure, like you can't like exceed their expectations or something. But thankfully, I think, you have a good, community around you, or people, who are close to your life, who are, sharing the same like vision. As you, I think that's the most important thing as an artist, to have these people in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, you yourself, you have to believe in yourself, yes, but the people around you is important too, your environment.
Yeah, and I was like getting to know that the hard way, because I was sticking to the same people like for years, and like I was always like a driving force for every band, and that wasn't enough. I needed like some more people, some different people. Yeah, and
Like
I
you
think,
need more people. You mean like to encourage you and stuff like that?
no, like I was the driving force for every
Okay.
band, and I was doing all of this stuff myself. And like I was trying to delegate, like to give some work to other people, because I needed to switch to more work, like other work, and they were not capable of doing that. Like keep doing videos or websites or communicating like public relations.
Oh wow, you kind of like backing up
Yeah, like
the
forever.
whole thing. Wow.
And I was like never were getting money for music, so it was only like a hobby. And I was doing this on a high level, like with a lot of videos, with all of communications with the crowd and public, with fans and stuff.
But it was not for nothing though. It was not for nothing. Like I feel like all these things that we did in the past, like it could feel like, oh, maybe we were kind of giving too much, or like we were not paying attention to ourselves and stuff. No, I mean, it happened for a reason, that you had to go through that so that you will have, like a stronger, mentality, in the future. But what's better for you already, that some people, not always thinking that people are going to use you or something, but just know that you have to be strong about what you want and about your vision for the future. You can't just, be a part of everybody's, like big project. You have to have your own, which I think, you're going towards that.
Yeah, sure.
Path.
But it is hard to be strong. And like my mentality was crushed like 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And thanks to Bali, because Bali is like curing this. And now I feel better. And I had to go get to the bottom to start my like to push it away from me.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like for me, I wouldn't be able to, to do what I love and to do what I'm proud, for, which is like singing right now, without my family, I think God has given me like the best family, to be honest. Like, I grew up with 2 sisters, right? And my 2 sisters, they're not like very artistic. So they have different passion and vision for life. But for me, it's always been music. But I understand what you said. To be strong is hard. And I went to a public school during my elementary years, like school. And my friends were rough. They were like, "You sure you can sing?" It's crazy though. Like I have been performing like a lot when I was young. I was maybe like 8, 9, I sang at church, I sang on a stage and blah, 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 like different things. But still, like none of them convinced my friends that I can sing. They just want to bully me. They just didn't like it. Like it's hard to grow up and it's hard to be strong when you were that young. And people keep on telling you, like you should switch gear, like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I think you need to be a little crazy.
Sure. You can't do this without it.
No, like for me, first, having faith, that, God wants me to do this. And the second, I need to be crazy. Like I need to go out from my comfort zone. I know that people tell me, don't do it. Don't try to do it. Like, I'm like, I don't care. I should keep going. Like my family, especially, they encourage me to do it. So like, I feel like,
great.
I'm like, how many of us like in the family? Like 5 against the world, 5 against the world. So that's why I keep doing it. But it's hard then, like you get to know that music industry or like just the environment of musicians is a bit tough, like you have to constantly learn something new as well, and you have to get to know more people, connection, you're like, am I really for this? Like, I'm introvert.
Sure, yeah.
I'm
like every musician actually, like because they're inside you're building something.
Yeah.
And like every musician they're built hard because it is hard to do this. I think
it's like, you have to, like, I don't like, the word like to be kind of fake, but more like we have to step out from our comfort zone. I don't think it's good to define ourselves with one thing and just stuck with it. Like I've been identifying myself as introvert, but I didn't understand that, introvert could also, like stand out, right? I was like, oh, maybe I was born to be in the background, But what I learned throughout the journey is that I have to seek that knowledge. I have to step out of the box, like I have to be willing. Like I can't wait around. I couldn't wait around. So that happened for me because, I stepped out, and then when I stepped out, I was like, I didn't care if it's gonna work, but I just surrender. Okay, God, you lead the way, and then my family, just kind of support me. And it's not always about money or something physical. It's about the energy, right? My family gave to me. So and I went through different phases, the same like you, performing, and then career, and then education. And funny enough, when I was in high school, I was like, you know what? I don't think singing is for me. Like I was, it's not because my ability, but it's just the environment, like I feel like there are too many great musicians in Bali, first of all. And I was thinking to, like start my vocal coaching that time. I was like, 17? But I was discouraged. I was like looking at my other friends, musician friends. They're like, wow, they're amazing. There's no way I can top that, Like this is kind of thinking. And like the kind of study that I was thinking to take for university? Environmental science.
Sure.
Like it was crazy though. Like the journey for me was like I was, led most of my life to singing and music. My dad is a good guitar player, and we've been singing, harmonizing, and everything. And then one day I'm like, environmental science. It's crazy.
I understand because like I got my electric guitar at 2003. In 2006, I had to like figure out where I'm going to study. And like my mom, she's a musician, and she's told me that like you're not gonna make a lot of money doing music. Like I think this is the main story for a lot of Russian guys.
I mean, for many people too.
For many people.
For many people.
I had to go and study like math and programming and stuff.
Did you?
Yeah. So I'm a master of applied math and informatics. So computer science.
Okay. No wonder. Like, I mean, with the
that's
producing and everything. Yeah. Great. Okay. But it comes in handy, actually. It was not for nothing.
But I spent so much time doing all of that.
I know.
I know. If I would do just music and music production all this time, I would get much higher.
But you know what? Life doesn't happen like that.
Sure. Yeah. I know.
Because I left. Not I left, but I kind of put my singing, or my dream about singing aside when I was in high school. Like I was really into environmental science, how to live sustainably, to save the planet. Like I had this vision, to create, projects to help the Balinese kids, to learn about the environment. But I mean, it was beautiful though. It was nice, but just like it was not me. When you care about something, it doesn't mean it could be your job. It could be something, that help you to grow. I was just, interested about that. But the funny thing is, this is the funniest. I was almost departing to United States.
Oh.
I got a scholarship.
Oh.
Yeah, for that.
For environmental stuff.
Yeah. But funny enough, there was a sudden circumstance that wouldn't allow me to go.
Oh, okay.
Like I was really brokenhearted. I mean, people have announced, like my parents have announced, oh, Tesha is, accepted. Yeah. And that day, my heart was crushed. And the only option is to stay in Bali. That's it. I mean, the only realistic and not embarrassing, thing to do is just to stay in Bali. And the other one is to study in Jakarta, which is communication. I don't want to study communication, but I tried like online because of course I love my mom, and my mom was trying to encourage me. Maybe you should try this, like the online university. It didn't work for me. So and then some people ask me, why don't you go back to your singing and teaching? And so it was like what, like 2019 or early 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to teach smaller children, and then kind of, start to blend with the musicians again, in Bali. I did, like in the first year in Bali, like met some musicians, but I was discouraged by how many people, like not just like talented, but just how many musicians. Like it's just what, and it was a bit tough, like the competition, like.
But it makes you stronger.
Yeah, exactly. It makes me stronger. But I kind of, put that aside, and I was trying to listen to my friends. They were, the biggest reason why, I restarted, everything, and my mom and dad as well. They were like, you know what? If they can do it, so can you. I'm like, okay. So that's how it took off, and it was all just very natural and organic. Like, can you believe I've never did any Instagram ads or any sort of ads. It's a word of mouth.
That's cool.
I know it was growing slow in the beginning, really slow. Like I could have maybe 1 or 2 students in 1 month, but I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm always fixated on money because it's way more expensive for me to live here than for you.
Yeah.
So I have to figure out ways to make money fast, and I can do a lot of other stuff, but that will slow me down. So I'm trying to step away and please give me some work.
Yeah.
in here in music, because this helps me to grow.
Yeah.
And if I'm always gonna be getting this easy money from other sources, I will just stop the music.
Yeah.
Going.
And
so
if you kind of leave the music for a second for other thing, it's you're not gonna have a quick development with your career and stuff. Yeah.
And now I started to make a lot of content about music and music production, and I understand that if I'm gonna do something else, I will stop making this noise. And everything that I did before, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter because it stopped, and and I have to keep it always on.
I understand. Yeah.
So I just cannot let myself do anything else now. So yeah,
it's important actually to be really specific. Like sometimes
Sure.
it's nice to multitask, like to get to know a little bit of everything. But that's me actually in a moment. I believe we both are, on a different journey for sure. Everybody, sometimes you want to really narrow it down, and sometimes you want to be a bit more diverse and broad. But yeah, that's for me at the moment. Like I want to do, different things that actually feed me, spiritually, and also, like mentally. And it's important for me. They both, go hand in hand, like in balance, my mental and my spiritual life. And sometimes you just need to go for something specific. Like, I just want to make a living. I just want to prove if this is really for me. So I have to move fast. And, I understand, like, there are different phases, in life. Like right now, for me, I love the balance. That's why I'm not rushing it. Like I'm not rushing my career.
I cannot let myself like it's hard to keep this balance right now.
Yeah. But last year was intense for me. Like I want my career to take off really quick. Like everything happened like in 1 year. Last year was too much for me.
Sure.
Too much. Connection was like growing so quick. And then performance from stage, you name it, the garden, wedding, whatever, and a fire show. And then I was singing. I was like, it's so random, so many things. And production, with my students. And then my students. And wow. And at the end of the year, I was like writing. God, I just want to teach. This year, I've not been performing actually. I'm taking a break this year from performing. For anyone who's watching, I don't know. But like I'm sure some people, they're a bit sad, like, oh, you don't want to perform anymore. It's not anymore, but it's just a break.
Okay. Yeah.
A break this year. Like it's kind of the same like you. I really want to pursue this teaching career. Like I know it's gonna be something like really big for my life, the teaching. So yes,
a lot of connections.
Yeah, I've been doing music, yes, but specifically, I know teaching is what makes me like me, Yeah. So I'm like,
and you're like scattering seeds for something to grow.
Yeah.
This is also very important.
yeah.
Like in 1 or 2 years, these people will they will come back with something for you, like, oh, thanks for helping me, and how about this?
Yeah. About this, and then making song together or something.
That's interesting.
Like you never know, like when you're working as a mentor, right? You're just like sowing the seeds, like you said, in hope that it could grow to be something helpful for them, but if you know that it could help them to be a bigger star, or I don't know, like performer, then good for them. Like sometimes I can get something, but if I don't, then I know how far actually is my ability to help people. It's just great. The great feeling. Yeah. What is the feeling you get, from like finishing or completing like your, I don't know, like your projects with your clients usually? What sort of feeling you get?
It's like, oh, we're done.
Okay.
Finally. Like, the dopamine that you're getting from waiting for something to happen, like it's not coming from reaching the target. It's about the path you're going through.
Yeah, the journey is,
the journey is more important than the end.
Yeah. I think result is the product, of the journey itself. Like there will be the end of something, of course, okay, this is, what we've been working on. but to remember the journey, like the hours we spent, and the amount of time we, did all the trial and error and everything. And we start to appreciate, like the presence of other people, like the help, humbleness of each other, how we can follow each other's instruction, like for me, like the journey itself, how do I say this? Like something that I can take like forever for my next other, like projects. So like the dynamic of working with people, is always different. You will get someone who's very intense. You can get someone who's very chill but we learn, like, and we know how to deal with these people then. Like we're not gonna be overwhelmed, We're gonna be always like just me. But we know how to like just play around, with different type of people. So yeah. What do you think? What do you think about working with me?
I wanted to say that this work with Alex was also something new for me, like this, because some guy just came to me like, I believe in you totally, and I was like, whoa, I have a lot of responsibility for this human being.
Human being. Yes.
And maybe this is why I was like comforting him to help him to reach the goal, because he didn't know what to do, where to go, and how does it work.
Yeah.
I was just slowly doing my job. And like when he sent me the review about our work, I was like, wow, that's what I did for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love how it turned out, because we were helping each other. Like was really great. Very important experience for me.
Yeah, like with Alex, I feel like he was very specific,
Thankfully.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he's been listening to specific type of songs that, leads him to this, concept, right? The first time I met him, oh my God, he's so funny. He is so funny. I think, like the dynamics between me and my students, they're always different. Like one student is very intense and the second student is like, like just don't know what to do and really just give it up on me. Like you do whatever you want, like I just want to follow your instructions. I'm like, okay, cool. But Alex came, very certain and like this part, I'm going to do this layer. I'm like, wow, okay. I mean, we haven't started and he knows what what is the arrangement. And even like the riff and runs, like, I was like, so cute. I was like, so cute. Yeah. So, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
like
sure.
he
he's always so shy. Like, I don't know how it's going to be, but something like, something like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me think, how can we like achieve something like that?
To achieve that sound, yes.
And I'm like doing like, does this sound like this? Like do something like maybe like that. He's like, no, let's do this. And yeah, this is funny.
Yeah. That's very interesting, to be put together in such a short amount of time and to achieve such a big goal.
Yeah. And like this is his first song, and like I did a really nice vocal performance for this song. Like I was like, he's like, this is a solid singing for the song. Like really nice.
Yeah. It's I'm sure for him, like he doesn't know that it's a big deal that that he's doing right now. Like not many musicians would go that big, I mean in their first like try or like first single, and I'm like, wow. But I think he's also the answer to to my like not questions, but like to my, how do I say this, like wonder of like, is it possible?
Yeah,
If
sure.
someone, can try
like-
to,
like Justin
pull
Bieber.
off something, like in a short amount of time, I've actually never worked with anyone working on a song for less than a month. That's
Let's get back to Justin Bieber.
Justin
like,
Bieber.
Because you're looking at Justin Bieber and you're like, wow, this is possible at 14 to perform on stadiums. But then you realize that there's a big team of like who are making all of this work to make songs, to make videos, to make like photo shoots and organize events and push him to the worldwide. And then you realize that maybe it was kind of fake. And then we got Alex, and like we did it ourselves in 3 people, a team of 3 people, who like actually did quite the same like part in this. So it is possible, but of course it takes some time, some effort from a team. It's hard to do this alone.
Yeah.
And this is what I try to do like about myself, and it's really hard because you have to focus on so many different things.
Yeah.
And it's great. He's making videos too, so he can make a video and implement the vision of his own into video. And this is especially great.
Yeah.
So this is awesome.
Yeah. So he's like a package, thankfully, he could sing, and then, he
can dance.
Oh, he can dance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's dancing. I forget about that part. Yeah. Well,
it's going to be super fun, I think.
Yeah. Especially to listen to the live version one day.
Maybe we're going to play with him.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. To Lithuania. That'd be fun. Yeah. I've never been to Europe, so okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So do you think that's enough? Maybe
good.
we can do this another time, or weekly, every week. How about that? We will have a lot of content for our socials.
Depending on the topic and interest. Yeah.
Please leave some questions for Tesha.
Q&A session.
Yeah, Q&A.
Yeah, like a live Q&A. Yeah.
I got to know a new like Ama, like ask me anything.
Oh,
like,
ask me any. Oh, Ama.
Yeah,
Okay. Ama guys.
Ama guys. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So like you just I don't know, just take some parts and make it into.
Like I started making podcasts with various people, and I started making reels out of it, and they're performing quite well. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do this. I need more content. You need a lot of content. We can share our audience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
So thank you guys for watching. Please come again. I think we're gonna make more.
If you want, you can come again. Yes. Yeah.
Just rewind to the beginning.
Rewind to loop the video. That's it. Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for this production, professional.
It's not very professional. Sorry, guys. It's gonna be more professional when
I love that, like professional setting. Yes. Yeah. But maybe next time, think about something to say. I don't know. Any other topic?
Let's just share experience, because I think it brings you some unexpected results.
Unexpected results.
I think this is a good name for an album. Like unexpected results.
Oh. And then the photo is you in front of the computer. Unexpected result.
Like
this.
Like, what the hell is that?
And the first song is What the Hell. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
This was Steven and Tesha.
Yes.
Subscribe, leave your comments, and like.
Yes. And share this video to whoever you love. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Bye.